Coming up right now, a passenger on a recent flight just goes berserk. Look at this. And fellow travelers say he was actually in a bizarre fight.
Also coming up, if you're planning on flying anywhere in the U.S.,
Lord.
you'll be required to have a real ID by a certain date.
A little bit later on, it's raining meat. A strange storm
Hallelujah.
rains down on a McDonald's drive-thru customer. We're going to tell you about this. This is weird, man.
Boy, Daily Flash starts right now.
Get ready for trending news and entertainment. This is Daily Flash with your hosts, Andrea Jackson and Mitch English. The fun starts right now. This is Daily Flash.
Hey everyone, I'm Andrea Jackson.
I am Mitch English, and this show is called Daily Flash. Welcome! I'm loving this cold snow weather out
It's the best, isn't it? Oh,
In Floridians, we get 1 week, and then next week it's
That's
going to be all hot. So anyway.
enjoy it while it lasts.
Rat-a-tat-tat. Look, it's Matt. How are you? Matt Doolittle.
Yeah, I'm alive.
You got a zit on your, what's that?
No. It's called my face hit the ground on falling off a scooter.
No, you should have said I got in a
Hold on. A
fight.
scooter like a Vespa? You know,
No,
something?
like one of the ones you rent. I don't want to say the company because it wasn't their fault that I found a rock
Is
in
it
the middle of
is it push scooter or is it electric?
electric.
Electric
Oh.
razor.
So, yeah, so going about 20 miles an hour down a brick road, I found the rock in the middle of the brick road, and then my face found the ground. So traumatizing my wife for the rest of her life.
They don't. Was she on one as well?
Yeah, she was fine because she's
Wow.
5'2". My center of balance on those things. I told her when we started riding those, I'm going to fall off of this.
Yeah, you're tall.
Wow.
Yeah, your center, like for me, it's I'm great on them.
Yeah,
I got a low center.
I
of
couldn't
gravity.
skateboard as a kid, and I'm bad on those things. And I was like, I'm gonna fall off one of these, and sure enough,
You did.
James, what's happening?
I would say just I got in a big fight. It was like 4 big dudes as big as Sweet Baby James.
That's what I would've
and
said.
they came out on top. That's it.
We
That's
did
the
discuss
story.
this. I tell you what, hold on. We're gonna do something, Maddie. We're gonna make this a TV story. Matt, what happened to your head, man? What's on your face? What happened?
I got in a fight with some guys over a thing.
Is that right?
Defending my lady's honor. Yeah.
That's it.
Oh my gosh!
And they were about the size of James?
Yeah, they were
Is that right?
huge.
Okay, they were
Wow, dude.
One-
Call me next time.
one
I
guy
got
was
you
as
back.
big as the rock.
300 pounds?
Yeah, I fought them all off.
Here's what you're gonna notice: like people are gonna look at, like I'm already doing it. I'm looking at the Band-Aid thing in your eye. The whole time. Like I can't.
Well, I
look
already
at your
had a
face.
scar there from falling down previously on that. So then that opened. My nickname as a kid was Crash because I've broken everything. So I told my wife, my mom called her. It was like, get used to this, hon. You're stuck with
And
it.
here's something fun about guys stuff too. Is just you walk it off. You're fine.
Yes.
You'll be-
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, she had to fight me. She's like, "You're going to the hospital." I'm like, "I'm fine.
just
Just give
a-
me some ice and I'll take a nap." She's
Did
like,
you go to the hospital?
"Oh yeah, I had to go to the ER." Yeah.
Wow.
Really?
I wouldn't have. Well, I would have made up a great story and then gone to you.
I'm listening to the smart person in my relationship.
That's probably smart. Yeah, the lawyer.
Yeah, I'm listening
Listen
to the
your wife,
smart
lawyer.
person.
Good
So
call.
are you
on
going to
that.
sue?
No.
Okay. All right.
That's good. Good for you.
It was me.
Yeah, it was you. Well, that's good. At least
Yeah.
one person can admit that in this
agree.
world. So there was a lady, a parent, who has caused quite a stir online because she was asking fellow parents, is one kid more than enough? I've got 4. I shouldn't have had 4. I should have only had
wow.
1. So now, of course, people are saying, how dare you? How can you say that? You should love all your kids equally.
Certainly.
How could you
You don't.
say
You
that
have a favorite.
Right, you do, don't you?
We're multiples. Matt's
Yeah.
only, so he
Yeah.
wins.
Yeah.
James has got kids. How many? What's in your
I have
family?
three children. All of them are my favorite. I don't have a favorite.
No,
They
you
get on
do
my
have-
nerves.
you do have a favorite.
No,
You just
each
have
one
to
of them
admit it.
get on my
Yes,
nerves
you
at
do.
certain times.
Would life be easier with just one child?
Life would have been easier with one child.
Would have been
yes.
easier.
Yeah,
Okay,
it
so
would
you
have
would
been
agree
easier.
with her when she said, my life would be so much easier if I only had one child.
that
There's
is
no
true.
doubt about that. Yes. Of course,
Yes.
some people
That's
would
money.
say, if I didn't
Right.
have any kids, my life would be
Right.
easier.
Yes.
Right. But you're missing out on a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
No matter what. And I think you shouldn't come down on her. That's the things that you learn. You would not be the person you are without. I would not be the person I am without my kids.
Yeah.
Lord knows I would be a completely different person and worse off for it. I'm a much better person.
But do you know there's so much parent shaming that goes on, which I find so shocking. It's like, you hear from the people who claim to be tolerant and love everybody, and yet they're the first to point fingers at parents who say, hey, I'm having trouble. Maybe I should have had one. I'm struggling here. I have 4. This is tough. I have a favorite. No, you don't. You can't have favorites. Of course, parents will say
I'm sorry, you did.
in private, they've got a favorite.
James,
No, I don't. Man.
Well, this is because we're a whole other conversation.
I'm a small
You do.
percentage.
I love all my children the same. I won't let them. I think they figured out who I get along with the one I understand. I guess
The
I can
most.
say
Yeah,
the most.
that's fair.
But I think that when a child hears that, they're like, "Well, what's wrong with me?"
Yes.
So you have to really guard what you're saying,
100%.
or give a disclaimer afterwards. I would be better off, but I really learned a lot because of these kids. You can't discount them.
Right.
No, of course not.
And I have 5. I have 4 a natural and a bonus son. And I'm telling you, I would say the same thing. I would have been better off if I just had 1.
Yeah.
I have less headaches. But that doesn't mean I don't love them. I don't mean.
Of
So,
course.
alrighty. And when it comes to travel, they always fight. Who wants to get the window? Well, who wants the middle seat? And if you thought getting the middle seat on an airplane was pretty tough, check this out. There's a guy, a United Airlines passenger, who had to be restrained by his fellow flyers after he started attacking his seat mid-flight. The epic seat meltdown happened on a flight from Austin to Los Angeles. A passenger who recorded the wild incident claimed that he woke up to find the guy kicking and punching the seat about an hour before landing. Footage shows the passenger standing on a reclined seat, stomping on it. Initially, no one did anything, and that's when the passenger recording the video asked him for help to help restrain him. They zip-tied the dude, his hands and feet, and then belted him to the seat. Cops met up with him in LA, and United said the passenger has been banned for life. You wake up, I get it, but it looks like from that video, there's nobody sitting on either side of him, unless they got up and left when he started freaking out. There's some. We were talking about this. Like, there's got to be some kind of mental condition. Now, I've had 2 or 3 times in my life where I've had night terrors, where I wake up and I don't know what's going on. This goes on too long for it to be a night terror,
right? Yes, exactly.
Is this another ambient excuse? That's usually what
bet
these
you,
are.
yeah.
Hitting the bar before you get on the plane. That's usually what it ends up being.
And
regular terror.
That's just regular
regular
terror in the
terror.
sky.
Yeah.
But you also kind of wonder when you see a video like that, you don't want to. I can understand why people didn't want to do anything. They're like, hey, I don't want to get involved. Number one. Number two is like, man, I don't know what this guy's going to do.
No, and of course, if you're following the Daniel Penny case in New York, he stepped in on a subway to help a woman who was being threatened with her life.
Yeah.
And so I think people are like, well, if I step in to try and restrain him, what happens if something happens to the guy? Am I going to be accused of murder or attempted murder? So you can see why people are so hesitant to get involved.
That makes a lot of sense.
Then again, you've got this guy who is terrorizing an airplane.
He was not a favorite child. That's why he's doing this.
He's in the middle seat, a middle child.
Wow.
And speaking of flying, we are just a few months away from Real ID travel. Anyone who wants to fly domestically will have until May 7th, 2025 to get a state-issued Real ID card or license. The initial requirement was set to take effect back in 2020, but was pushed back until May of 2025 following the pandemic. The Real ID program was developed by Homeland Security as a way to set a national standard for licenses and identification. To see if your license is Real ID compliant, look for a special symbol on the upper portion of the card. It might include a star logo or a bear with a star. Contact your local DMV to find out exactly what you need to get a Real ID. And FYI, if you don't have your Real ID and you try to fly, you're not going to be allowed on the plane.
And you think about, well, I can just use my driver's license. No, that's not the case. I know, like in Oklahoma, I believe, I'm not 100% sure, but they were trying to, we got to get on this Real ID program. And they're saying, if you have your regular Oklahoma card, it's not going to happen. I think they've made the changes in a lot of states. And this should have been on the ballot.
Yes.
Number one. And number two, it doesn't make any sense to me why the Homeland Security can't talk to each state and say, hey, look, we got to have these things so that people can travel. And so you need to check with your state.
Yeah,
right now.
And it could also affect your passport too, just an FYI.
Really?
So if you are looking to renew your passport, as long as your driver's license is up to date with the Real ID, I think you're okay. But if your passport's about to expire, you should probably get on it.
An influencer could have used a meteorologist after a raw beef patty splattered on her windshield at a McDonald's drive-thru. This is real. Watch this. It happened during a visit at the Golden Arches in Australia, because everything in Australia is there to kill you. The woman said, this is their story. The woman said that she was sitting in her car waiting to pay for her order when she heard this massive bang. An employee stepped out to help clean up the meat mess that was just baffled. It hit her windshield. Once the customer returned home, she found another raw beef patty stuck to the roof of her car. Social media Sherlocks have been working around the clock to try out to crack the meat mystery. Some of it think that it might have dropped by a bird, while others think that it could have just been kids playing a prank. I know that would have freaked me out if you just see meat landing on your windshield altogether. That's kind of freaky, though.
Just a disgruntled employee winging meat out the roof or something.
I'm wondering if it was like a bird that picked something out of the trash and just dropped it on the way over the drive-thru.
I'm thinking that sounds like it, or kids, and you go, yeah, get me some meat and some glass. And it's like, nah, didn't hear that right, huh? She thinks like she needs some more glass.
That is not right.
Hey, welcome back to Daily Flash. I'm Mitch English. It's time for some air, land, and sea. It's time for Flash Travel. Now, wouldn't it be nice to live in a world where airlines actually run smoothly and you never have to worry about missing a flight? I know, I realize it's all a dream, but what do you do when your flight home turns into a nightmare of being bumped or just denied boarding? Here with some great tips is Catherine Fan. She's correspondent for Business Insider. Hello there, Catherine. You're going to save us this holiday, I'm certain. What should passengers do, and what should they consider when actually deciding on whether to give up their seat to volunteer for an overbooked flight?
Hi, Mitch. Thanks so much for having me. I think the most important thing to keep in mind when you're thinking about whether or not you should give up your seat for some compensation is don't go way too much out of your way to ruin your life, your plans, your travel, anything like that. If you're traveling with family members, if you've got a tight deadline, if you have kids, absolutely keep your seat because you are a top priority. You need to get where you need to go. But if you do happen to have some schedule flexibility, for instance, if it doesn't matter if you get there today or tomorrow, it's a really good idea to be a little bit flexible. For instance, if your flight is going to be canceled or delayed due to weather and you have the opportunity to volunteer, you might as well get a little something out of it.
Go. Yeah, I agree with you on that. You know, there's been new laws that have been put into place for sure, you know, so that we are taken care of. But what's the difference between airline vouchers and then cash compensation? And can passengers actually maximize those benefits?
Yeah, so it's really easy to think of it just as, you know, whether you're getting a refund or you're getting a voucher, a coupon for future use. So if the airline has done something wrong, for instance, lost your bags or given up your seat altogether, they lost your booking, you're entitled to a refund. If you don't get from point A to point B like you paid for, you may be able to just automatically apply for a refund and get that money back in your wallet so you can do whatever else you want with it. But if something comes up during your flight that is inconvenience, for instance, if you're significantly delayed, the airline may offer you a voucher or some compensation to thank you for your patience with them and to keep you a loyal customer. So that's the main difference, whether you're getting money back in your bank account or if you have credit for future travel.
We all want to maximize those benefits. So what should we do actually to get the best deal when we volunteer from being bumped from a flight?
So the most important thing to know is that the amount of compensation you'll get depends on how inconvenient it is for you. You've probably seen your airline offer you, $300, $500 if you're willing to take a later flight. But if they really, really need your seat, it can easily go up to $1,000, $2,000. One passenger, excuse me, in 2018 even got $10,000 from United Airlines just for giving up one basic economy seat against her will.
Wow.
So want to get the maximum amount of compensation, just understand how important it is for the airline to have your seat. But do remember, you are competing against every other passenger on that flight who might also want to be getting compensation. And
quickly, are there specific times of the year, maybe even in situations when overbooking, we're seeing that as a more common thing and making it really a prime opportunity to give up a seat?
Yes, I think we're coming up on that time. But just think about any time where you want to travel and everyone else also wants to travel at the same time. So the holidays are a great example. Weekends tend to be more that way. Evenings, most people aren't going to want to give up their seats if they have the chance to get home and get in their own beds.
Makes a whole lot of sense. And you make a whole lot of sense here too as well. And we appreciate these tips. Very, very good ones by all means. You can get a full detailed in your articles, of course, on Business Insider. You can head to our website to watch this video again at dailyflashshow.com. And again, you got to know how to handle airlines when you get bumped or denied boarding. Just head to our website. It's dailyflashshow.com. Catherine Fan, great advice there. And whatever you do, just stay calm. and follow those easy tips.
Mitch, thank you. There is no cure for the common cold, but there are ways to protect yourself from getting it in the first place. Our medical expert, Dr. Ken Redcross, is here with a few helpful tips in the latest Dr. Ken Redcross to the Rescue Health Minutes.
Cold prevention means keeping up healthy habits you already have in place. Washing your hands often reduces the spread of cold viruses. Getting a good night's sleep keeps your body's natural defenses at optimal efficiency. Drinking water also helps keep your body healthy as the mucous membranes that line the mouth, nose, and throat work more effectively as a protective barrier against germs when hydrated. What you eat also makes a difference. Try to incorporate more foods with vitamins C, D, E into your diet as they are believed to support the immune system. Bolster your body's defenses by staying active. Exercise can stimulate the immune system and promote healthy sleep. If you do get sick, listen to your body and take it easy. Practice caution when taking conventional over-the-counter medications, as it can be easy to take too much or mix medications that have same ingredients. For worry-free relief, I recommend homeopathic Cold Calm by Boron for children and adults age 4 and up. Cold Calm targets specific symptoms at every stage of the common cold. These non-drowsy, phenylephrine-free melt-away tablets are easy to take at the first sign to relieve sneezing, runny nose, nasal congestion, and occasional minor sore throat. By following these self-care tips, you will save yourself a lot of time and frustration that comes with catching a cold. I'm Ken Redcross with your Dr. Redcross to the Rescue Health Minute.
Hey, Mitchie.
Hey, Jackson.
Yeah, I want to talk about that big story coming out of Hollywood.
Hold on, wait. I want to get Matt in on this call, all right? Hold on.
Hey, what's up, Mitch and Dias?
Matty!
Mitchie.
Mateus.
Mitch, my man.
Matty of Berkshire.
What's going on?
Hey, AJ wants us to talk about a big story that's happening.
The Kiki.
I want to know what's going on.
What?
Oh, okay, so real quick. Why does he still have a dial-up modem?
Hey, I gotta get back to wrestling stuff.
It's on the media.
You know what? Maybe we should just try this later.
Okay, all right. Peace and love.
Daily Flash.
Where are you?
It's just better when you're part of the conversation. Join us online.
Welcome to Doing It This Week for the Daily Flash. I am Matt Doolittle, and this week we're doing it Home Alone conspiracy style. Now, we all remember the Christmas classic Home Alone, right? Kevin McAllister gets accidentally left behind while his family goes on a trip to Paris. And who's to blame, right? The mom here? Well, that's not the case anymore, we think.
Pizza's here!
There you go. That's $122.50.
Ah, it's my brother's house. He'll take care of it.
Early. We're leaving the house at 8 a.m. on the button.
Frank, you got some money, don't you? Come on.
Traveler's check.
Come here. You all right?
He knows I ate sausage and olives and
Look what you
onions
did, you little jerk.
All right, so buckle up because we're diving into a Home Alone conspiracy that's about to blow your holiday socks off. The spotlight, Uncle Frank. Yeah, that guy. Some guys believe this penny-pitching, snark-slinging villain of the McAllister clan wasn't just jealous of his brother's cash flow, but orchestrated the entire Wet Bandits heist. Yes, this guy that we all hate. That's right. Reddit detectives think Frank hired Harry and Marv to rob the house while Kevin was home alone, framing the poor kid to make the crime look legit. But wait. There's more. A juicier twist suggests he might even have paid them to take care of Kevin altogether. Frank's greed, his over-the-top disdain for Kevin, and that snarky personality of his make this theory all too tantalizing.
Yeah.
So was Uncle Frank the real villain of Home Alone? Well, grab your popcorn and stay tuned because we're going to dive into this even more because there's also a theory out there that Uncle Frank is actually Kevin's dad, and that's why he hates him the most amongst the kids.
What?
So that's why he's the one that throws out Kevin's passport, his ticket. He's the one that says, "Who cares? Leave him alone." And the other theory is that Uncle Frank is training the Wet Bandits as trained assassins. to go into the house and actually see if they can tackle with this kid. And that Kevin is one of those like born supremacy types where he's already trained in how to do all this stuff. That's how he can come up with it. There is such a deep dive in this. The study just came out, and Home Alone is actually the most Googled Christmas movie of all time because of these conspiracy theories.
I totally get it, and that character is such an arbitrary character, doesn't really play a whole lot. But I can now see a whole other movie being made where that's the case. I'm totally loving it here. And when they Google it, they're Googling these conspiracy theories about Home Alone?
Oh, I did a whole deep dive on Reddit. There was about 6 pages of this and who they think is the Splinter Cell in there, that the cops were even hired by the dad because he had insurance problems. I mean, look at that house. What does that guy do?
No kidding.
And he's taking 20 people to Paris?
That right there, that was a big flag for me. Like, can you imagine how much and how expensive that would be to be able to do that, number one? And then number two, if I'm spending that kind of cash, I would make sure that every member of my brood is ready to go. But if there was a little tangle in the whole twist, I can only 100% see that maybe the brother. Now, being a dad thing is a little far stretch for me, though.
There was a stretch, but I mean, this kid turned into a trained assassin. I mean, people have also done studies on how injured the wet bandits would be from all of those, and they're like, they'd pretty much be dead from the first 5 minutes of the movie. He'd be charged with murder.
I love this. All right, what we want you to do at home is there other theories in Home Alone? Do you buy into it? Do you have more explanations? Drop us an email. You can either send it to Matt, myself, or just flash at dailyflashshow.com. Matt, you got me thinking, man. Good stuff there. Appreciate it for doing it. Looks like the national lead trainer for Planet Fitness, Teddy Savage, joins us to share how members can save big during Perks Fest. Hey there, Teddy.
Thanks for having me. I'm excited to talk about Perks Fest. It is a special time of the year for Planet Fitness because it allows us to give all of our Planet Fitness members unlimited access to exclusive discounts to everyday popular brands that they already know and love. I'm talking about access to SeatGeek, HelloFresh, Expedia, Hotels.com, Apple TV Plus, and so much more. It's going on now through December the 6th, and we want everyone to know that the value of a Planet Fitness membership goes so far beyond just the 4 walls of our gyms. As a matter of fact, collectively, our members have saved more than $7.6 million through the Perks program, which shakes out to be about $53 per redemption. So I want everyone to feel excited about this because it is truly the gift that keeps on giving. If you're already a member, the great news is you can take advantage of Perks Fest right now just by going to the Planet Fitness app, and your discounts are right there at your fingertips. But if you're not a member just yet, don't worry about it because becoming a member could not be easier. You can go to any one of our 2,600 plus locations nationwide, download the free Planet Fitness app, or go to planetfitness.com, and there you can sign up for one of 2 memberships. The first one is our classic card, and it's only $15 a month. The next one is a black card membership, and that one comes with a whole host of benefits, like all access to any one of our locations nationwide. You can bring your workout buddy with you for free, and that one is only $24.99 a month. So don't wait, don't walk. I want you to run into your nearest Planet Fitness location or go to our website at planetfitness.com. Become a member so that you can get access to all of those great, amazing discounts through our Perks program this holiday season.
This is Daily Flash with your hosts, Andrea Jackson and Mitch English. Trending news and entertainment. This is Daily Flash.
Hi, everybody. I am Mitch English.
And I'm Andrea Jackson. This is Daily Flash, your source for trending news and entertainment. Did you need to get that?
It's so weird. Well, it's my cousin, and I don't know why she lives in Idaho, so I don't know why she's calling me.
Maybe she butt dialed you.
You want me to answer? Hold on. Let's answer. Hello? Hello? Anybody there? No one's there. Can you hear me? All right, somebody there. Can I tell you something here? I want to know, speaking of which, do girls do this? Do girls do this? On our way into work today, I was driving and I noticed Matt was up there. So I drive by Matt. And guys here, tell me, when you see somebody you know that you know pretty well, and you see him in a car like this, what do you do to him?
Flip him off.
Right? Don't blow my horn.
Yeah, you don't blow your horn. You get next to him, you flip him off, right? That's a guy thing. Do chicks do this?
No, we do like, hi.
You wave. You actually the whole thing.
If we didn't like each other, we wouldn't do it.
I would never have passed him.
Yeah.
But if I got up next to him, I flip him out. And we've done this like 3 or 4 times.
We've done this all the time.
Anytime we see him in the car.
You don't race? We usually end up racing.
I think Matt is a very good driver. I can tell you that. No, Matt does. Matt is I think I was like 3 cars ahead of him.
Especially on that road in the morning, the cops are bored at 6 a.m. So I take my time.
I will give you that. Matt drives the speed limit and everything. And I'm in my wife's car.
Well, you are a super speeder.
I am a super speeder. It's very hard to do in a Prius. That's why my wife so take the Prius. It's better on gas.
But I have seen friends on the highway and sped up to give them the bird just because.
Yeah, you do that kind of stuff.
And then you slow down.
And then you slow down and everything's like. All right, so girls don't do that.
It's a guy thing.
Okay, let me ask you this. When you're at home and say Alan's not around and you have to go drill something and you pick up a drill, okay? Yes. Pick up a drill, like in your mind. What do you do when you pick up the drill? You just pick it up and then you just you drill, right?
Drill, yeah.
See, guys, we pick it up. You have to go.
Yes,
you have to.
Just to check the battery to make sure it works.
Is that what we're doing? We're checking the battery.
And pose with it a couple times in the mirror.
I make sure it has enough juice.
Yeah. So chicks don't do that.
No.
All right.
Well, I mean, I don't.
Look like you're holstering it at some point while using it.
Now, I want to know. Now, when guys call up and say, "Hey, look, I fell off a scooter this weekend."
Yes.
Do you give makeup tips?
I guess if he asks, I would suggest a bandage.
So Matt and we had that, and I go. Well, what you can do? They have these little band-aids. I just gave one to Enzo because he had a zit on his face.
Yeah.
And they're invisible.
Yeah.
And so we had makeup talk.
Yes. So you did.
Ours is you get the band-aids that look like zit medicine.
Zit medicine. Okay.
So, but Matt,
is that what you have on today,
Yeah.
Matt? Okay.
So, by the way, in social media, we're doing social media right now, right?
Well, no, I did. We're just taking photos.
Well, I want you to zoom in on Matt's.
Oh, geez.
I already got it.
Okay.
You already got it. Oh gosh. Don't you feel great, Matt?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
There's a whole list of things that guys do, like with stuff, but the drill is a big one, and I find myself all the time. It's subconsciously, I just pick it up and go, woo, woo, like, and then I'm walking around the house, woo, 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 and before I use it. So
I do.
Must be some sort of primitive, like prehistoric caveman thing.
I think it
that's
is.
wired so deep in your DNA. You just
It's like when
don't
Tim Allen
realize
does
it.
the grunting thing from Home Improvement.
Oh, there you go.
And if a little kid, a little baby, acts like it's on the phone and hands you the phone, it doesn't matter if you're James size, if you're a muscle guy. You always say hello.
Always.
No matter what. That's a guy thing.
Always. You have to say hello.
Hello?
You can't not say hello.
I love that.
What else? What other things do you think?
I wonder if women, what I want to know, if women actually, like I said, racing into work, like if you do see a coworker, do women?
No.
It's a thing we have to see.
I say hello. I mean, I wave and say hello, or sometimes I don't go all the way forward because I don't want to have that awkward moment of, what if I'm waving and they don't know who I am, or they don't
The racing
respond.
thing is like the whole way. He would be judging my driving the whole way afterwards. I'm a better driver if I'm ahead of him.
Yes.
Which is the mentality, I think, of most men at first.
Yes.
We have got a great show set up for you here. Stick around. We'll have more fun coming up right here on Daily Flash.
This is Tim. Tim is all about time. And if you've ever had a chance to look into Tim's cold, dead eyes, you'll see that it's time for you to follow us on social media. Sure, there's 10,000 social sites out there, and we don't have the time to name them all. Seriously, just ask Tim. So take the time to look for Daily Flash TV on your favorite social sites and start following us. That's all the time, Tim. Goodbye.
Welcome back to Daily Flash. Check out this new safety feature for your home.
If mishandled, lithium-ion batteries can pose fire and explosion hazards.
Help protect your loved ones this holiday season by helping them take charge of battery safety. C. Choose certified products. H. Handle lithium-ion battery-powered devices with care. A. Always stay alert for warning signs. R. Recycle devices and batteries properly. G. Get out quickly if there's a fire. E. Educate others on battery safety and other fire safety practices.
Learn more at batteryfiresafety.org.
It's the most wonderful time of the year. Not my bad singing. We're talking about time to tech the halls. We got our digital lifestyle expert, my buddy Mario Armstrong, joining us now with a list of his must-have gifts and gadgets. Hey there, Mario.
Hey, it's super excited to be here. Thanks for having me on the Daily Flash. And yes, I've partnered up with some awesome brands to help you tech out your holidays. I'm going to start first with the outdoor enthusiast in your life, the Amazfit T-Rex 3 GPS smartwatch. I'm wearing it right now. This is a must-have. It's built rugged to handle extreme conditions. It's waterproof up to 328 feet, tracks your workouts, displays GPS maps, offers offline turn-by-turn directions, and has over 3 weeks of battery life on this. Plus the large screen, it's easy to read in sunlight, and night mode is perfect for low light conditions, and it's compatible with Apple and Android phones. It's on sale right now for $234.99. Great price. Another great gift is a portable power station, the Jackery Explorer 2000 V2. This is compact, lightweight, and ideal for camping, RVs, traveling, or emergency situations. It charges in just 1.3 hours. It's quiet, eco-friendly, safely operates in extreme temperatures, and has a 10-year lifespan. It features multiple ports to keep all of your devices powered up. I'm talking from phones to refrigerators. You're always prepared, whether you're outdoors or dealing with a power outage. Just use code Mario230 on Amazon to get a great deal on that. Now, for the tech lovers, the ROG Ally X. It's the ultimate handheld gaming device. This thing combines a gaming console and portable PC with a 7-inch HD screen for on-the-go gaming. It's got a long-lasting battery, ergonomic design, proprietary cooling system, which means you can play it for hours. It's powered by Windows 11, and it offers access to programs like PowerPoint and Word, connects easily to a monitor or big screen TV, and it includes a 3-month Xbox Game Pass subscription for access to hundreds of PC games. And Microsoft's Black Friday deals are here and at the Microsoft Store. Now, shopping is really easy, flexible ways to pay, and 24/7 online support. But get this, right now, you can save up to $400 on select Surface Laptop 7 models. It offers the longest battery life on any Surface. It's lightweight, portable, available in 4 colors, comes in 2 display sizes, and free 2 to 3 day shipping, plus free returns through January 31st. Just visit Microsoft.com for all your holiday tech shopping. Now, for the gamers on your list, the Xbox Series S. This is the ultimate gift. It's their smallest console ever, and it packs incredible visual, speed, and responsiveness. Starting December 2nd, you can get $50 off the 512 gigabyte model, and with an Xbox Game Pass Ultimate membership, you'll have access to hundreds of games. From Minecraft to Indiana Jones and the Great Circle, there's something for everyone. Plus, you can enjoy 4K streaming from Netflix, Disney, and more. Just visit Microsoft.com to check that out. And for more info on everything I covered, just go to inthenews.tv.
As the healthcare enrollment deadline nears, one company's goal is to make the process much easier. Take a look.
Enrolling in a Medicare plan can be an overwhelming experience, but it doesn't need to be.
Whether you're new to Medicare or looking to make changes, don't go it alone. Compare plans and get expert help today. At eHealth, we help you easily compare plans online or speak to a licensed agent with no fees, pressure, or obligation to enroll.
Enrollment ends soon. Visit ehealth.com or call 855-693-4588 to get started. eHealth is not affiliated with the government.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Daily Flash. I'm Mitch English along with Andrea Jackson and Matt Doolittle. It's time to get Flash. This is the time of the show where we get questions from you, the viewer, and then we just share our reactions.
Yeah, so each one of us gets about 15 seconds to sound off on the story. We want you at home to go to our socials and share your comments. Okay, guys, are you ready?
We are ready.
Yes. One viewer asks if he should get Flash for asking for his ring back from a cheating fiance. He says, quote, I'm in a similar situation as a guy in Massachusetts who fell ill after proposing to his girlfriend with a $70,000 ring.
Wow.
I was going through chemo when I discovered my fiance was cheating on me. I broke off the engagement and asked for the ring back. She said no and told me I would die before she would return it. Joke's on her because the guy says his cancer is now in remission. Should I get flashed, he's asking, for asking her to return the ring, or should I let her keep it and write it off as a gift?
All right, who's first? Me?
Mitch.
All right, here, 15 seconds. First off, yes, you should ask 100%. On her 100% not to give it back or not. It is a gift that you are giving somebody, but it's also a contract. You're saying, hey, I'm going to go into a contract with you and marry you. But listen, call this a $70,000 prize, because if you would have married this woman that would have said something like that, wow, right?
Beep, Matt.
I think it's okay to ask for it back, but I've seen court cases where they've tried to go to court over these things, and it always rules in their favor that they're like, well, you gave it to her, even if it's over a certain amount. But I mean, she's in the right to keep it. She's just a horrible person. So
I would agree.
You know, God bless the next guy that tries to.
Wow, I disagree. She should give that ring back 100%.
So no option whatsoever.
No option whatsoever, because she agreed to a commitment, which is a business contract. That ring is sort of like a handshake, if you will, to say, hey, we've agreed to go into matrimonial business together. This is our agreement, our quote unquote signed paperwork. Here you go. If she breaks off that engagement, meaning if she's cheated and they can no longer go forward with the marriage, she is obligated to give that ring back.
I love that you say you're going into matrimonial business, because then it makes me feel better when I say to my wife, let's get down to some business. We got another one?
Yes, we do. One viewer asks if he should get, or if she should get flashed for not paying the mortgage because her husband refuses to contribute. She says, my husband has struggled to keep a job more than 6 months. He recently found a job he loves, but it's in another city. Now I'm at home with our 2 children, paying all the bills. He only gives me about $900 a month, which is a drop in the bucket. I might have to let the house go and move because late payments will hurt my credit. This viewer also says, what makes matters worse, if I file for divorce, I have to pay him child and spousal support because I make more money. Should I just let it go or try and work it out? Mitch.
Okay, well, it has been in the past, men have been making more money. Now we're in a new age.
Yes.
This is the kind of thing that's going to come up. Number one, this is stuff the guy, I'm not saying this is right. I'm just saying, but men had to deal with a lot of this all together. Second thing is what happened to sharing the accounts? Like, what do you mean you pay? It's like the money should go in there no matter what. You know, it seems like this setup he was setting this up a long time before he moved off.
True.
So think about that.
There's something scandalous on this guy's backside for obviously not keeping a job for more than 6 months. There's a red flag there.
Yeah.
And then going to another city for a job when your wife has a good paying job in the city.
That's what I'm saying.
You just kind of have to figure it out, because the one who's got the better job kind of trumps that with moving stuff.
Agree.
Believe me, I know that. So
I know that.
Yeah.
Jackson, your thoughts?
I think that she's in a tough position. I mean, when it comes to paying the bills, and obviously you don't want to lose the house, it's your credit. Maybe some better thinking should have gone into this guy before they got married. But everybody's keeping separate accounts now.
And I have no issue with that. But it seems like with the mortgage, it's pretty much accounted on, like money goes together.
If it's in her name, then she's obligated to pay the mortgage payment.
I'm okay with allowances. Like I call an allowance, but it's like money gets transferred from one account into my own separate account. And to me, it just makes it better. So she'll think I'm not going out and buying stuff. It works for me, but it's all different. At the top of the show, you talked about people having kids. These are the kind of discussions you should have before you even get married.
100%.
Good stuff there. Well, tech expert Mark Saltzman joins us now with his top picks for anybody that's on your holiday shopping list.
Well, the holidays are rapidly approaching, and so I've got some great gadget and game gift ideas to share with you. Beginning with Astrobot, the hottest game for the PlayStation 5. This is a family-friendly adventure for kids and kids at heart. The PS5 mothership is wrecked, and so Astro and his bot crew must travel through galaxies to rescue more bots, repair your ship, and reunite with PlayStation heroes from previous games. So fun. There's 50 planets, 150 heroes, tons of secrets and challenges, and it really does show off the power of the PS5. Astrobot costs $59. Next up, the first safe first phone for kids. This is something that they can wear on their wrist, but it is really a phone. It's called Cosmo Junior Track 4 Kids. It's a smartwatch for calling and texting, GPS tracking, safety alerts, and more. Parental controls gives moms and dads peace of mind as they can check their child's location, manage contacts, and more, including the ability to install apps, even Spotify Kids. It's $129 at cosmotogether.com. Now, if you're looking to treat the family or yourself to a new PC, check this out. It's the Asus ZenBook S14, a stunning laptop that is less than 1/2 of an inch thin. It's super durable with its new Ceraluminum material, which fuses ceramic with aerospace-grade aluminum, so it's super tough. has a stunning 3K OLED touchscreen and my favorite feature, Copilot Plus, AI baked in thanks to the Intel Core Ultra Series 2 processor with battery life north of 20 hours. Prices start at $13.99 at asus.com. And speaking of laptops, external storage is incredibly important for all computer users, but for those with the need for speed, like content creators editing photos or videos on the go, the SanDisk Extreme portable SSD has read and write speeds over 1 gigabyte per second. That's super fast. And this SanDisk drive now comes in storage capacities up to 8 terabytes, which is huge. They're light and durable too. Love that little loop for a carabiner clip. That's so smart. Prices start at $89 for the half gig model, sandisk.com. And finally, we all love binging TV shows and movies, and there are some great deals on the Roku Pro Series TVs. These, of course, are smart TVs with the Roku platform built in and packed with features like a lost remote finder button, cable straps, simple setup, and a height adjustable stand. The screen is stunning. Look at this QLED mini LED technology with something called Roku Smart Picture Max, and has great audio too. Screen sizes range from 55 all the way up to 75 inches, and you can get them for $6.99 to start at Roku.com. Well, there you have it. A few ideas for some gadgets and games to put under the tree or stuff in a stocking this holiday season.
Hey, welcome back to Daily Flash. Before we head into our weekend, we always like to give you our picks for streaming for the weekend. Here's where we got to tell you about something you got to check out on your streaming services. Andrea, you're up.
Okay, my pick is Apple TV. It's on there right now. Fly Me to the Moon, starring Channing Tatum and Scarlett Johansson.
Excuse me? What are you doing here?
I tracked you down because I felt we had a connection.
What?
I'm joking. I work here now to sell the moon.
NASA's not something that you sell with a jingle and a slogan.
When I'm done, those men are going to be bigger than the Beatles.
This is so much fun. Great romantic comedy about a woman who comes to help sell NASA and the moon launch to the public as a way to get some funding for NASA to continue to support the space program.
Is there a fake moon landing
There
involved?
is a fake moon landing, yes. Just in case the real one doesn't work out.
I love that.
Available to stream for free starting today on Apple TV.
Cool.
Yes.
Very cool. So Apple TV, I guess, is knocking a lot of these out of the park this lately. My pick this week is getting caught up with Jason Segel and Harrison Ford having a session with Shrinking on Apple TV with their second season.
As therapist, I think we're all on a hot streak. Whoa, what are you wearing your sex boxes at work for, you little freak? Dress for the job you want. Wow, you better slow that down.
This is what I hate to come out of my office.
I think that Alice is worried about me.
It's rough to realize your kid knows how fragile you are.
Paul, do not do that. How are you so strong? I'm not fragile.
Well, it's been renewed for a third season. I absolutely love this. And I know they did their research with probably their own therapist. And Harrison Ford just gets to be Harrison Ford for once. He doesn't have to act like he actually loves to be there.
I love it. I love it, too, the way they deal with death in this because his wife dies really good. I love me a good sci-fi. I found a good one in Tales from the Loop. It's streaming on Prime.
One day, many years from now, you'll wonder if this really happened. Or if it was a dream.
Loop. It's set in a small Ohio town. Residents live above a mysterious underground facility called the Loop. It's kind of like the Twilight Zone, where every episode's a little bit different story. But there's an overall arc all to it together. It is a slow mover. Keep that in mind.
Okay.
But I'm hoping that at the end it will pay off. It's pretty interesting to check out.
There's so much good TV out there right now. I got a bunch of shows I still got to get caught up on.
Including this one. And we're going to do it all again in 23 hours, or actually on Monday, right?
Monday.
Monday. There we go. Y'all have a great weekend. Bye-bye.